let's turn our attention to this weekend. This weekend, we've got a very important main event in the featherweight division, a massive main event involving one of the biggest stars of the sport. And so let's not waste any more time. Let's go back to the Zoom machine and say hello to Blessed Max Holloway. There he is, our old friend. Max, how are you?
Brother? I'm doing good.
Aloha. You're in Las Vegas. I see it behind you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're here already.
Respect, respect. So, Max, we have a lot to talk about. It's always, like I told Chris, your manager, it's like I get to see Sasquatch anytime I get to talk to you. I mean, it's so long. You make us wait so long in between interviews. I have so much to ask you about, Max. It's a beautiful thing.
And I know you be inside the live streams on Facebook Gaming, so that's why I set up the camera like this. So this is what you be looking at.
Yeah, yeah. I was wondering what was going on. Usually we're good with the framing these days, but I see just your beautiful forehead. That's good. Yes. Hey, shout out on that. Respect. I see Bill Gates. Who was it? No, Mark Zuckerberg. Bill Gates, the other guy. He was shouting you out too.
Yeah, we did. I got to do the metaverse, one of the metaverse reveals with him, an interview stuff with the Oculus and stuff. So. It's looking pretty cool. The meta world looking cool, sounding cool, and I can't wait for the future.
Yes, so you have come a long way. I remember your early days of doing the streaming, the gaming with the Paw Patrol in back of you. Remember that? With the stickers back in the day?
I remember that. Oh my gosh, yeah. We've been rushing, but now I got my own room, so I don't have to worry about it.
So we were supposed to see you in July, Max. What happened? Why didn't the fight happen?
I ended up getting a freak injury, just can't really talk about it too much, but just an injury, just doing MMA stuff and training jiu-jitsu, training everything, and some stuff happened.
Are you okay now? All good?
I'm fine. I'm better than fine. I can't wait to go out there, do a thing, have fun. I mean, it's a couple months later, but I'm just happy I'm back in the octagon before the end of the year.
What was your reaction when Yair was the guy? Because obviously he hasn't fought in 2 years. Now it's over 2 years. I was a little surprised. Not to say he doesn't deserve an opportunity to fight you, but it felt like you guys were on different wavelengths, different paths. What was your reaction?
My reaction was everybody, every time, everywhere. The UFC, they don't have this tournament structure. So a lot of these guys, they're just waiting at the elevator, They're waiting at the elevator to go to the top, and I'm not an elevator waiter, There's no line at the stairs. So that's where you can find me, at the stairs. This is not new for us, This is not new for us at all. I mean, for me and my team, it's very important to not be elevator divas, I want to just get out there and keep doing the damn thing.
Elevator divas? What are you talking about? Who are you referring to?
I don't know. Everybody else can figure out. You guys can choose who the elevator divas is in this sport, but your boy be on the line, be at the stairs, and we be running up and down those bad boys. Okay, so this is gonna run counter to what you were saying, but I have to say, I was like, well, I thought Max was getting the title shot. And then they announce your fight for this new date on the same day as the featherweight title fight. And I always feel like it's important to be in line schedule-wise with the championship fight. And so I was thinking, like, what's the point of this fight? We all think that you deserve it. We all know that you deserve it. Your last performance secured it, in my opinion. Why even do this fight? Why aren't you fighting Alex Folkanovsky next? I didn't want to wait till New Year. I wanted to keep on fighting.
Wow.
Everywhere. Everyone, every time, let's get it.
So this was your decision?
Yeah, UFC told us. They told us we didn't have to. They told us we could wait out, but I was like, yeah, I ain't about that. Yeah, we ain't about that. I talked to my team. I let my team know, and they was all on board, and we're here today.
Your last performance was in January. Your last fight was in January. It feels like it was 10 years ago at this point because so much has happened this year. Does it feel like that to you? Like, is it crazy that it's been, 10 months now in between fights for you? And does that bum you out? Do you wish you were a little more active this year?
Yeah, I wanted to be a little bit more active for sure. That's why we took the fight in July, and things just happen, man. It does feel like a long time, especially in times like these. So it's just I'm just grateful that I'm able to go out there come this Saturday, come November 13th, and get to have fun again.
I'm assuming you watched Volkanovski Ortega?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I saw. I didn't watch the fight. I got to see some clips, some highlights, and it went exactly like how I thought. I feel a striking match. I thought Alex was gonna pick him apart, and then whenever they got close, I thought Brian would go up and go in to try to wrap him up, and that's pretty much what happened. I thought Alex did well, but at the end of the day, I don't know how it felt to get dropped by Brian or even to get wrapped up by Brian. So in all actuality, he didn't do that. Brian didn't do that well against me. So I don't know. I don't know what it is.
So in other words, are you trying to say you weren't all that impressed with the performance because of how dominant you were against Brian Ortega? Am I reading that correctly?
Nah. You're not really. I'm just joking.
Oh, okay. Come on.
I'm just joking. In all seriousness, Alex did good, and in this sport, everybody wants people to overcome adversity, and he did in that fight. Every fight actually, Alex overcomes adversity, but this fight was super clear, and good for him. He finally got another. He got a highlight for his reel, a highlight reel for itself, and the bigger everybody gets in the sport, the better. So kudos to him.
Are you surprised that he got out of the guillotine and the triangle? Were you like when you saw that? Were you thinking, oh, he's done?
I mean, even he said, he said it was amazing. It was an amazing thing to see. It was crazy to see that highlight, the way he got out of, both of the triangle and the guillotine. So shouts to him. That's champions are made out of. All respect.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you were probably hoping that Alex wins so that he could be the guy that you fight for the belt. You need to get that one back, right? We need to make that right.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, whoever's there, whoever's going to be standing against me, I can't wait, man. I ain't never going to choose a fight, never ever did. So at the end of the day, pick a fight, I mean. So at the end of the day, whoever it was the next man up to me.
Have they said you win on Saturday, you're getting a title shot? I feel like it's a stupid question, but has that been said to you or your team?
I mean, yeah, I would, I got five title defensives, and I would like that 6. But, with possible fights and stuff, there are bigger fights that UFC discussed us with, Oh. I got to win over the 155 champ right now. We're always on the short list for Conor. We was on that, like I said, the last time before we got injured, we was one of the replacement fighters, and then I'm the best boxer in the UFC, so use your imagination, my friends, that it's a wild world today.
Wow. Wait a second. Max, I feel like you dropped a couple of seeds on us there. So are you saying that are those more interesting to you than the featherweight title at this point?
Oh, we see what happens. We see what happens. Like I said, this use the imagination, man. Okay. We live in a wild time right now, and I'm super excited for the future, to say the least.
It feels like there's always like a bit of flirting going on between you and Conor. So he drops a little thing, you drop a little thing. It feels like you're circling each other right now.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that obviously Conor wants Dustin or he wants Nate or whatever, but anybody at 45 or 55 after those guys, my name pops up. You can go call Hunter right now. Go ask him who can sell. Who's gonna sell numbers with Conor. And they're gonna drop my name all the time. So at the end of the day, I'm always on the short list for Conor. So we see what happens. We see what happens. First things first. I gotta fight November 13th, and we go from there.
You want to box?
We see what happens. Like I said, I'm the best boxer in the UFC, baby.
Yeah.
I'm the best boxer in the UFC. We see what happens. We're living in a wild time right now. This is a wild world right now, and what a time to be alive and somebody to just be into into combat sports. It's a wild world for combat sports right now.
Could I ask, like, what would be a dream boxing match for you?
Dream boxing match?
Dream opponent?
I don't know.
Who's one guy you watch and you're like, oh, I would love to prove that the MMA boxer is better than the boxer. I would love that guy.
I mean, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of guys that are around my weight class. There's a bunch of guys that said stuff too, on quote unquote, some boxers, period. So at the end of the day, it's whatever, I'll be down. I'm the best boxer in the UFC for a reason. And if anybody want to try, they know where to find me.
Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, guys like that.
They're all beasts, man. They're all pound for pounds in their stuff. And to be the best, you got to beat the best. And the best is blessed. So
I love it. As far as Yair is concerned, considering, I mean, that's a long layoff, 2 years. That's a really long time to be away. What do you expect from him?
I expect fireworks, man. This guy always, I got nothing but respect for him. He always comes. He always brings a fight, and I just can't wait. We see. 2 years is a long time. He could be working on a lot of different stuff. So we see what happens. We get to find out here in a couple of days.
How do you feel about the state of the division, the featherweight division? Young man Giga Chikadze was calling you out a lot. He seems to be making some noise. Are you impressed with the guys who are coming up? You've been around now for a very long time. You're one of the elder statesmen, but you're still, the top dog. How do you feel about it?
I feel great. Like I said, the more everybody can get bigger, the more it helps everyone else. So at the end of the day, keep doing you, keep doing what you got to do, and keep grinding. The bigger we get, the more help to each other we are. So I can't wait.
There's a young man in another organization, Bellator, who's doing great at 145, AJ McKee. Are you familiar with him? And if so, what do you make of his skills?
I'm not really too much familiar with him. I know I heard, when I got injured in July, guys, like, you got to understand, I got called out from people from different promotions, people in like 3 different weight classes. I got called out from, quote unquote, somewhat boxers. So, behind the scenes, there's a bunch of noise going on ever since it happened. So I wasn't really too worried about it, I was, what I was focusing on was gaming. So you can come find me at Facebook Gaming, Max Holloway Official, FB.GG. Come shout me out, come look. And every time these guys would shout me out or say something, merch sales would go through the roof. So I got nothing but love. So when they can keep talking, they keep saying, they keep helping me, and it's amazing.
Who are the, can I just ask for clarification, who are the quote-unquote boxers that you are referring to?
I mean, use your imagination, man. I'm not dropping no names. No, I ain't saying anything. Use your imagination. I think so you guys could probably figure it out.
Okay, fair enough. Could I ask, just because you're such a mainstay, how do you think Henry Cejudo would do at 145? He seems to want the fight against Volkanovski. He's trying to cut the line. How do you think he would do, and how do you feel about him trying to cut the line?
I mean, that's none of my business, That's Dana White's decision, And they said, I think so. I heard Dana said that he'd make his decision after this Yair fight. So, then again, that's all on Dana. It's Dana's job, not mine. I don't want either of those guys, Alex or Henry, thinking that I'm in control of who they fight next. So let Dana White figure that out, and yeah, it is what it is. We just go on from there. We will take care of business come November 13th, and then we can revisit that. You
don't think there's a chance? Like, he doesn't seem all that interested in doing the Cejudo Volkanovski fight. I mean, I feel like you win on Saturday, you've got it in the bag.
Yeah, we see what happens. We live in wild times. I just gotta focus on going out there and getting the job done.
Is it at all? I probably think about these things more than you do, but Saturday was a huge card at MSG. Everyone buzzing over it and all that stuff. And then you're like the next one. And so there's all this attention. And then people are like, oh, crap, Max Holloway's fighting on Saturday. Almost like we've crept up on us. Do you feel like not enough people are talking about it? Does it bother you that you're coming off a great card like that where all the attention was on the pay-per-view? How do you feel? Because you're usually on the pay-per-view. You're usually the big, the big show.
I feel great. At the end of the day, a lot of people stay talking about it. I mean, it's a hard act to follow. Especially with that Gaethje fight that night. So at the end of the day, I just can't wait. I'm just grateful to be here, and they're gonna tune in. They're gonna tune in. They let them be on the high on Wednesday. We just gotta make sure they all tune in on Saturday, which I know they will, and start planning it. You guys, a lot of guys are getting reminded, so plan it with your friends. Figure out where you guys gonna watch it, how you guys gonna watch it. Make sure you guys tune in November 13th. It's gonna be fireworks, I promise. It's gonna be the Blessed Express is gonna be on the move, and it's gonna be a great one.
And I was talking about this on Saturday. You were on this train a long time ago. Max, we got to get open scoring. We need open scoring. You went to that Invicta show. Like, you watched that Rose Zhang Weili fight, Usman Covington. I want to know where they stand going into the 5th. Do you think we'll ever see this?
I mean, we see what happens. We see what happens. At the end of the day, it's so many things coming to it. So when I was there at the Invicta one, I remember saying, like, the crowd wasn't like a lot of crowd. So I don't know if it helps judging or whatever, but me personally, I would like to be sat down and tell my coach, look, you lost that last round. They had like this little iPad telling them what round, whatever. I'd be pretty cool, but at the end of the day, I can kind of understand it from the other side. So it's very tough, to pick a side on that.
There is a thinking out there that if someone's up, say 3-1 going into the 5th, they're going to coast. But it's a cage fight, right? Like, how are you going to coast in a cage fight? I just feel like the athletes deserve to know where they stand.
Yeah, you think Justin Gaethje gonna coast? Probably not.
No,
I mean, that guy is crazy. So I don't know. We see that. I can see it going both ways, but it's a fight. You know what I mean? And fighters fight. So even if some people is 3-0, some guys might even try to go for the finish. And then if something bad happened, they gotta just live with it. But that's something that you live with. You go out there, you go die on top of your sword, not your shield.
Just a couple other things I'll ask you. Good time for Hawaiian MMA. Ray Koopa, right? Koopa, I say Koopa. Brada boy, big knockout. Are you're not tight with him, right? Like, you guys, I know he trains at his house, basically. He trains in his garage or something like that.
When I run into him, we talk story here and there, but the guy is just something else, man. That right arm is like what I tweeted, man. That thing. That's like having the Thanos snap on the glove, man. It was just crazy. I was like, what is going on, bro? That guy is never, ever out to fight. It was cool to see, every single year he is in the finale for them. So, shout out to him. Keep killing it, and just keep going, do it.
You don't really watch, like, you don't go out of your way to watch MMA, right? Like, you'll watch select things here or there, but I feel like we've talked about this in the past. Is there a fighter, like, who's Max Holloway's favorite fighter right now? Who do you make a point to go out and watch?
The only guy really that I would do that with was DC,
Oh,
but
come on, man. We're in a fight.
I got it. I know. I had to watch him, though, because I really wanted to fight him, but that's not on the plan. That's the only reason why I would watch him. So, but now he's retired. Hopefully we can get him out of retirement, and I can show him what's up. So, and for whatever reason.
Did you see him at the Nets game stuffing his face with the chicken tenders? This guy.
Oh my God, this guy is next level, man.
I don't know if you could see here, but he's in timeout on my desk. This is him on the mat. I put him down. I replaced his picture. Yes, this is him. He's also here on the mat. I put him down because he's in timeout. Also, he used to be on my wall, but I took his picture down because he was in New York. I mean, I feel like for you, he would go out of his way, but for me, wouldn't come say hi to me, wouldn't come visit, wouldn't come hang out. Isn't that messed up after everything we've been through? I mean, I thought he was a loyal guy.
Yeah, that's why I need to fight him.
That's right.
Fight him.
I'd back you. I'd corner you. Yeah. You may not want me to corner you, but I'd be in your corner in that fight, just for the record. You may not want my advice, but I just want to let the world know that I'm now on your side. I'm now backing you.
My man.
Okay? I just want the world to know that. Max, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Saturday, you return early card here in the East Coast.
Guys.
Yes, 4 p.m. Eastern start time. Over here, obviously that's 1 p.m. Pacific, and that's, what are you, 5 hours in back of us? And wow, this is like the morning. This is a morning fight in Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like what, 11? I think it's 11.
Yeah, we have. What do you think? How are we ending this? We don't need 25 minutes, right?
You know, hopefully, I would like a finish. You know, I like a finish, but like I said, it's the same everywhere. Whenever, if he wants to go all the way, we can go all the way. But whenever he's ready to walk out that door, I'll help him out. So at the end of the day, I just can't wait. Super excited. I can't wait to fight. His style, my style, fireworks. So
it's gonna be great. A lot of people are trying to challenge you for most output. Vittori recently, people, but I understand you still own like 3 out of those 5 records or whatever it is. You're still pretty secure, Max. It's always great to have you on the show. It's always great to see you back. It feels like it's been way too long since we had a chance to see you, so I can't wait for Saturday. Thank you for the time. Thank you to your team as well, and good luck on Saturday, my man.
Hey, thank you, brother. You have a good one.
All right, you too. There he is, Max Blessed Holloway, the man. One would presume the #1 contender at 145 pounds.